In every seed lies a hidden design. The roots symbolize the 4 roots of religion. Branches are the 6 branches of religion, and the trunk, the perfect human being, is the unity and integrity of them all. In the same way, within the first divine command, the very act through which existence began, was concealed the seed of light, the intellect and the spirit of guidance. These 2 form the living essence of Imamat. The teachings that describe the first creation as light and also as intellect are referring to one reality expressed from 2 angles: the light of the intellect, the origin of all guidance. Hidden within this primordial creation is the personal world of the Imam, the spiritual axis around which all creation turns. Every world and every being exists within the boundary of that command, and within it their purpose and return are already contained.
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim.
In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. The teaching that the first thing God created was light, and also that the first creation was the intellect, does not point to 2 separate beginnings. Instead, it reveals 2 descriptions of a single truth: the light of the intellect. This light is the foundation of guidance for the entire created order. Within this light lies the spiritual identity of Imamat, not as a moment in history, but as a principle that stands outside time. It belongs to Azal, the realm before beginnings, and extends into Abad, the realm without end. In the moment of the Surah Al-Insan, chapter 76, verse 1, has there not been over man a period of time, Dhar, when he was nothing to be mentioned? Described in the Quran, the human soul encountered this truth, and the covenant was sealed. Surah Al-Araf, chapter 7, verse 172, and remember, when your Lord brought forth from the children of Adam, from their loins, their seed, his offspring, and made them testify as to themselves, saying, Am I not your Lord? They said, Yes, we testify. It is from this same light that creation still receives order, direction, and meaning. Imamat is not something that appeared within history. It is an eternal principle embedded in the structure of existence itself. Every being, from the highest angel to the smallest creature, exists by the boundary of the divine command, for within that command lies order, purpose, and return. Just as a seed cannot unfold without the energy encoded within it, no soul can awaken without the light of the Imam. As life depends upon the sun's rays, existence depends upon guidance, the unseen current of light flowing from the first command to every soul. This is why the statement that Imamat has existed since the dawn of creation means that God's command never ceases, God's light never ceases, and therefore His guidance never ceases. Surah Anbiya, chapter 21, verse 73. And we made them the imams of the people and proof of God, who guide by our command. Every human soul carries within it a quiet and ancient instinct, a yearning that no achievement, no title, and no worldly success can satisfy. People often mistake this inner pull for ambition, chasing wealth, status, reputation, or intellectual mastery. Yet beneath all these pursuits lies a spiritual hunger, the forgotten memory of the covenant of Dhar, when every soul stood before its Lord. Quran 7, 172. It is the pull of the Creator, the echo of the light that enveloped all souls before form and history. When recognition is absent, the soul turns toward reflections rather than the source. It mistakes shadow for substance. It reaches for the world while starving for meaning. And still, the longing does not die because that longing is not worldly at all. This restlessness is itself a sign, a mark that the divine command has never ceased. For if the Amar were ever withdrawn, the heart's search for meaning would collapse entirely. No one would yearn for purpose. No one would seek truth. no one would feel the ache of something beyond themselves. This inner yearning remains because the light still flows, because the custodian of the command still sustains creation, as hinted in Surah Hadid chapter 57 verse 28. He will appoint for you a light by which you shall walk. Many believe that ambition is the answer, that wealth, recognition, intellectual brilliance, or worldly authority will silence the inner ache. But this striving is only the surface. Beneath it lives something older, the forgotten memory of standing before the Lord of time, the yearning for the forgotten light that once surrounded every soul, the silent echo of the Imam's guidance present at the origin of existence. When this recognition is veiled, the soul bends its longing toward illusions. It mistakes reflections for truth. It exhausts itself in pursuit of shadows. Yet the longing itself remains, and this remaining is proof that the divine command continues to operate. If guidance had ever ceased, the inner call would vanish. But the Quran declares, God does not leave the believers in the state you are in. Surah Al-Imran chapter 3 verse 179. Meaning guidance is always present through a custodian of knowledge. The longing exists because the light still breathes meaning into creation. Silently the soul whispers, "Let me die before death." Material wealth is a blessing from Allah, but it is never solely the result of personal effort. Success, accomplishment, and opportunity come by the grace of the living light that sustains the soul within each human existence. The Quran states, "And whatever blessing you have is from Allah." Surah Nahl, chapter 16 verse 53. To imagine that wealth or intellect is self-generated is subtle blindness. The intellect must equalize its weight toward recognition, not toward its own brilliance. The wrong balance leads to arrogance. The right balance leads to insight. For without recognition of the living guidance, intellect becomes sharp but sightless. Knowledge becomes abundant but rootless. Success becomes heavy but hollow. True understanding is always bestowed from the inner world where the command descends, just as the Quran says, "He teaches you that which you did not know." Surah Baqarah, chapter 2 verse 151. The heart's yearning is not a flaw, it is guidance. It is the sign that the soul still remembers the moment of origin. It is the whisper that the journey is not yet complete. It tells the seeker that meaning lies not in the world's glitter, but in the one whose light gave existence its worth. The Quran declares, "Is one whose breast Allah has opened to the light like one in darkness?" Surah Zumar chapter 39 verse 22. A reminder that inner illumination cannot be imitated or manufactured. Every echo of longing is mercy. Every tug of conscience is direction. Every moment of dissatisfaction is the soul resisting blindness. It is begging to be saved from the carnal soul, its guide being Shaitan. And the journey continues until the seeker recognizes the true source of the light that once filled the world of timelessness and still flows through the world of command. The longing is not weakness. It is the map home, the sole purpose of the soul. The persistence of this inner longing, even in those who have turned away from guidance entirely, is a sign of mercy. It means that God continues to sustain creation through His living light, the Imam of the time. Humans may reject the truth, ignore it, or bury it beneath layers of desire, but the light continues to shine. This is the light that awakens the inner intellect and challenges the soul to rise against its lower tendencies and the deceit of Satan. The proof of guidance is therefore not found in historical argument, but in existence itself. The heart's refusal to be satisfied by the world is testimony that the light still calls, and that the divine command has never been withdrawn. Allah says, "O Prophet, verily we have sent you as a witness and a bearer of glad tidings and a warner, and as a summoner by his permission and a luminous lamp, living guidance." Surah Azab chapter 33 verses 45-46. A gentle reminder. The journey of recognition unfolds step by step. Every question you carry is already pulling you toward the light designed for you. There is more to unveil, more depth, more certainty, more guidance. Subscribe and click the bell icon to continue the journey ahead.